Don't let your great love story meet a tragic end because of an ancient script written by ego and status. You are in love, but every phone call home ends in a fight. Your parents don't approve of your partner. They say you're making a mistake, the biggest mistake of your life. You feel torn in two. On one side, the person you want to build a future with. On the other, the family you've loved your whole life. And you're caught in the middle of a war that you never wanted. This exact conflict, the war between personal love and family status, played out thousands of years ago, is the story of the first marriage of Lord Shiva and Sati, and it ended in absolute tragedy. By understanding their mistakes, we can avoid repeating them. See, the love between Shiva and Sati was cosmic, it was pure, it was powerful. But love on its own is sometimes not enough to survive the pressures of the real world. Their story is a diagnostic tool for our own relationships. We're going to analyze the three key players to see where the cracks began to form. Now, let's start with the father. See, in the stories, Daksha Prajapati is the king, a symbol of societal order, status, and reputation. He wasn't evil. He loved his daughter. But he loved his idea of a perfect family more. Shiva, on the other hand, the wild, ash-smeared ascetic who lived in the graveyards, was everything Daksha was not. He was a threat to Daksha's status. Does this sound familiar? Your parents might not be objecting to your partner. They might be objecting to a perception, to a perceived threat to their family's reputation, financial security, or social standing. It's very difficult to win a head-on war with Daksha. He's too entrenched in his worldview. The lesson here is to shift the conversation. Instead of saying, "You're wrong to hate my partner," try saying, "I understand you are scared for my future, but this person is the source of my happiness." You're not attacking their values, you're affirming your own joy. Next is your ego, your Yajna. Daksh organized a grand Yajna, a fire sacrifice, and he invited everyone in the universe except Shiva. It was the ultimate public insult. Sati, enraged, went to this Yajna not to celebrate but to defend her husband's honor. The Yajna then transformed. It was no longer about the gods, it became a battlefield of egos between a father and a daughter. They both said terrible things. They both cared about being right more than they cared about their own relationship. And in the end, Sati, consumed by rage and shame, sacrificed herself in that very fire of the Yajna. The ego of the family burnt the family itself. In your next argument with your family or your partner, ask yourself this brutal question. Is this a conversation, or is this my Yajna? Are you trying to solve the problem, or are you just trying to prove you're right and that they're wrong? Because every time you choose your ego over empathy, you're throwing your own love into that fire. Finally, there's a hard lesson here for Shiva and for anyone whose partner is facing a similar battle. Shiva's first reaction was detachment. He told Sati, "He insulted me, not you. It's his Yajna, don't go." He emotionally withdrew, leaving Sati to fight alone. His second reaction, after her death, was to unleash the destructive force of Veerbhadra and destroy the entire Yajna. One reaction was too passive, the other too destructive. Both failed Sati. If your partner is fighting their families for you, do not emotionally check out. Don't say things like, "It's your family, you deal with it." That is the path of detachment, but also do not become so aggressive that you prove their family right. The lesson from Shiva is to find the middle path. United support. Your job is to be their rock, their counsel, and their safe space, away from the war. You face the world as a team of two. Shiva and Sati's love was powerful enough to challenge the cosmos, but it was not strategic enough to survive a family dinner. Their story is the ultimate warning. Love sometimes is not enough. It must be protected by humility, unified strategy, and a willingness to put the relationship above the need to be right. Don't let your great love story meet a tragic end because of an ancient script written by ego and status. So we've just diagnosed the tragic failure of Shiva and Sati's first marriage to understand what not to do. But the story doesn't end there. Sati was reborn as Ma Parvati, and her journey to reunite with Shiva is a masterclass in how to succeed where Sati failed. How did she use patience, tapasya, and divine strategy to turn a tragedy into the ultimate cosmic partnership? In a future video, we'll break down the Parvati playbook, the 3 key strategies she used to build an unbreakable bond that even her family had to accept. If you like it so far, subscribe so you can learn more such lessons.